Hey everybody, welcome back to Workers and Resources. I hope you're having a great day. Sorry about the delay. I had we had a death in the family, and I had about a week to where I couldn't work. I was really far away from my home and everything to be with family and stuff. So we got a lot of stuff to do, and this is my principal focus for today, is trash processing, okay? We got to solve our trash issues. And right now, apparently I have a coal issue. Excuse me. Excuse me? Hang on. You're already distracting me from my goals. All right, what are we doing here? What are we doing here, coal mine? Well, the thing is, right, we're sending a lot of coal to here because of our, taking it all on the Republic. So we need to process more coal. We need to make more coal. I need to get coal from another place, another location, right? Is probably what it is. Like I'm just capping it out right now. But these two things are still full. I think we might need to tile it back even more. So I've got 100% sell on that one, and I got 60% export on this one. So I think we're just going to take that down. This is how I've been managing my coal supply, right? And if we get to the point where I can probably up that just in case it needs it. If we get to the point where we don't have any coal, then we're selling too much power, right? It's not about, you're selling too much power this way. It always, all right, here's the thing. It always goes to our people first, okay? You will never have a blackout in your town, in your republic, because you dialed this up too far. Okay, it always goes to your republic first and then exports all extra up to the amount you set it to. But if you set it up this high, then these will run really far. These will run really hard is what I mean. And they'll use more coal because they can export more. So by limiting the export, I basically make it to where these guys don't have to work as hard because they're not allowed to export as much. And so we will use less coal. All right, that's the idea. You don't want to use more coal than you can handle. So I'm hoping to see this number go up here. This one's completely empty. That's why I got notified. But this one here should also be notifying me, and it didn't yet, so that's good. So we got pretty close there, but this number is rising, and that is what I want to see. All right, I think we're out of that, but we'll keep an eye on that. If we get another notification, then we'll have to look at that. All right, so I want to process trash better, okay? And actually, we're going to go ahead and do this really quick because I'm pretty confident we're not going to use this building. And I'm probably going to end up tearing out this walking path right here as well. So we're going to tear down this little walking path as well. And we'll let the deconstruction crews and stuff handle that while we talk about why, okay? So, mixed waste. That's the whole problem with our trash right now. It's about everything being mixed in together, okay? If I hover over top of this, we see the overwhelming majority of this mixed waste is other, but the one thing we can take out of this is construction waste. You can totally take out construction waste, and that's what we want to remove. So, last video we built this, or at least put the plans in place. They've built it, and I have gone through before starting this recording, and I've told many of my offices that construction waste now goes into this small aggregate storage. And so now they have begun very, very early in this process, but they've now begun picking up construction waste and bringing it over here instead of bringing it over there. Right now, if the construction waste is still in the mixed bins, which is not this, apparently it's, where would it be? I have a number of these that I've installed between recordings as well. These are just little trash bins that are dedicated to construction waste and nothing else. That's to help alleviate these so I can switch them, because I can't actually switch these to dedicated construction waste storages unless they're empty, and they're just not emptying very fast. So what I need is for the construction waste to go in here, all right? And so I've got these dedicated bins that are in range of these buildings that hopefully can start collecting that separate. There it is, see? So that only, the only stuff going in here is the non-construction waste. And hopefully that means that our garbage trucks can keep up with it. Over here, we got the same thing. I've added this, although it was doing a little bit. It looks like it worked on the restart, but it does that thing where it's in range, but it won't work. That's been plaguing me for every single one of these that I placed. they don't work. In fact, this one here, I had to make a second path. I probably can replicate it. I bet I could show you. I can probably replicate this by just doing this. All right, so if I go like this, whoops, let's try like this. Oh, come on now. You worked before. You worked before now. Don't do this. Let's do F4 here really quick. There we go. If I do that, it's not in range of anything, right? Not in range of anything. It's going to do nothing. And then I have to do this. And now it's in range of everything. It's so weird. I have no idea why it does that. But it is what it is. So hopefully that gets fixed at some point. This guy is a wear and tear, man. So I'm hoping that they empty one of these. Maybe? Can we empty one completely? Yeah, like that. And then I can go like this. Oh, just not fast enough. I wanted to like get that construction waste going. So I'm working on that. Hopefully they can catch up. But the problem is they can't catch up very fast because this thing is constantly full. All right. It's just always full. And so, you know, you get the trucks won't leave to go pick stuff up because they can't get here in time. Even though the train's been picking stuff up and is almost full, this thing's still full, right? So I need to find the other train. The other waste train should be on its way pretty soon here. What are you doing? You're on your way back. You know what? I'm going to cheat. There you go. Control H. There you go. Get out of here. So are you the trash train? You're a coal train. Where's my other trash train? Where'd it go? You... So what I told the other trash train to do is to go to the border and just sell the waste of the border is what I told it to do. And I don't see where it is. We're buying meat and electronics still. That's 2.7 million rubles. That's great. Still have a lot of mixed waste here. Could be sorting things better, right? That's the thing. You have to sort it if you don't want it to go on the train. So we want to alleviate stress here. Because if this gets full, then this can't export. And when this can't export, you get a buildup of hazardous waste, right? So this thing has been too full. We need this to be able to get it out so that it can bring this in faster. So a lot of bottlenecking going on with waste management. It is probably time for me to get another waste processing zone set up earlier than I anticipated. There's always been a plan. The plan was always to have another one right over here. But on the other side of the river, I wanted these guys to be able to process waste from this area, as well as the nuclear waste that was coming out of here, and also to process stuff from our western city that we're going to have over here later on, right? And we're going to have a nice western civilization over here, right? With all western vehicles, and I don't know about western architecture. I don't have any mods for that yet, but I'll have to look at that. But like if I want to have a very different vibe over here is what I want to do. And that's where the waste processing was supposed to be, around this side of the river. But I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off. So I might need to do some more of that. I think one of the main things I could do to alleviate the stress of it, though, is just to get less garbage going into that area from here. Okay? That's what I'm trying to do. So if I can get less stuff going into this bin, I can alleviate stress on that other system. Where is my other waste train? All right, I didn't find it. I want to find it. Where are you? You are going to Waypoint right now? Okay, so that's this train. I want the other one. Where is the other one? Where are you right now? You have a whole bunch of waste already. Are you on your... Oh my goodness. Are you really? Oh no. They're already full. They're already heading back. Now one of these guys is going to the border though. One of them is not going to go to... Yes, you are. No, you're going to go to the customs house. I'm sending you to the customs house. We just don't have the capacity for that right now. And then, yeah, this is already full, even though both trains are full heading out. So that's the task right now, is to try to eliminate how much is going into here. So metal scrap, we don't need any of that being here. Construction waste, we're delivering it over here now. At least we should be. 37 tons of it now. We just need to collect it better, right? We need more methods, more means of collecting it, and we need a lot more trucks to be moving. There's really no reason for you guys to be just standing still, other than the fact that you can't drop it off anywhere. That's the problem. You can't drop it off anywhere. let's see. How about... So we're also dropping this off, right? And this is going to generate, you know, mixed waste and stuff too. It's going to generate some construction waste. What I want to do is I want to get plastic processing in here too. I've been trying to figure out where I can do that. I was tempted to do it here. I could tear out the helicopters from here and then process the plastic right here. But that creates, you know, like obviously they could maybe walk there from this tunnel, which isn't done yet. The tunnel's not done yet. 65 work days. Okay. How about, okay, the underside of it's done. So we just need that done. I was going to put it over here too, but that puts it out of range of water, and then I'd have to redo that, and I don't want to do that. No, it doesn't. Was it water or sewer? I think it must have been sewer, because that's definitely close enough for that. So I think it puts it out of range of sewer. It was one of them. So like I couldn't do it there. So then I thought about maybe doing it over here, but then it's like, how do I get the workers there consistently, and yada, 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 yada. So what I've come up with is doing it here. Now I may need to get rid of the bridge. It's possible I need to move that. I do like the bridge, because the bridge allows these guys that are coming in to get over here and work, right? And that's what I wanted for this. I wanted this whole connected, but I had it as a parking lot. I'm not going to do that anymore. If I do the parking lot, it'll be a smaller one like here or something, but it's not going to be there. And then you are metal scrap. Hey, you should be putting it in there. Why are you doing it in there when you have this? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. All right. And then the other thing, so the reason why I don't put it here, because this is a really good spot for it. It would be a really good spot for it. If I processed it right here, it'll fit here. It'll connect to this warehouse, which is supposed to have plastic on it anyway, which is great. But there's no road. There's no way to get the road in here. It's all too narrow. It's all too locked in. I could put the road, if you follow the road icon on this building, I could put it right through here, like that. But it would require me to move the water system, because there's a water right there. So ultimately, not great. Not as great as, say, this, where I could have this be in this location. And then I believe if I put it forward enough, I should be able to get, well, I was hoping to be able to connect it to there and there so that the stuff could just go straight in. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe here. It's possible maybe this would work, right? Something like that. And then that allows the workers that are already getting off the trains, and everybody would be able to get there. We would have access for forklifts still, but we'd also have direct deposit plastic into this warehouse, which we need. So that would be great. All that stuff, all things considered, that would be great. So I'm looking at doing that, which is why I'm tearing down this parking lot right now. But ultimately, this is why things get backed up, because we have so much waste in here and no trains to come and get it. So I think I need another train for now. Until I get another waste processing center up, I think I need another train that can just go ahead and do this. So we're going to buy another train, and it's going to be the same train as we've had so many times already. And we're going to get that train to take more trash to the border, right? We have 3 lanes here. So we have the capacity for waste trains to just sit here and unload. It takes forever to unload garbage at the border. It's a very lengthy process, and it costs us money. But it's better than everything being the way it is, which is having it all backed up and not being able to do much with it. So anyway, yeah, I'm trying to sort things out. We're doing better sorting throughout the town. Charleville has always been sorted pretty well. The garbage situation in Charleville has always been pretty stable. I think Cernicova as well. We do a pretty good job of sorting garbage here as well. We have some burnable stuff here, but there's bio waste in this area. Yeah, there's just bio waste in this area. We have a lot of the hazardous waste. Ooh, oh boy, that's full. You have another one, right? Yes, you do. Some plastic bins there. Probably don't need the plastic bin. Gonna give it another hazardous one. And then the hazardous waste, trying to get that out of here is causing problems too, because this is full. And this is full because that was full. And so I probably need to have a couple more, like say hazardous waste for you guys. Why don't you send the hazardous waste to the border, right? I don't want to do that, but I got to do it. I have to get it out of here. It's better than it just sitting there, right? So we need our technical service offices that are responsible for garbage. There's some garbage trucks right here. We'll say that you guys send it to the border as well. Now you should be picking it up if I wasn't paused. You should be picking it up and taking it out where it needs to go. There's a lot of biological waste in these mixed containers, right? So add some more bio waste containers there. So in a case, we've been doing okay with regards to that. We've been doing all right with just making sure that we're sorting garbage near the waste processing center because all the trucks can take it to the proper place. But over here, that's not the case. We don't have anywhere to take it. The trucks can't just take it all the way over there. So I've been loading it on a train, and that's clearly not sustainable anymore. So gonna have to work with that. Where's my train? Train. Not here yet. Well, it's because I was paused. There it is. Still pretty jittery performance-wise. Still jittery, but if I play it at normal speed, it's okay. It doesn't jitter all that much when I play at normal speed. So I'm gonna try to probably play at normal speed a while, and then just kind of skip you guys forward. I'll endure the jitteriness, and I'll skip you guys ahead for things so that we don't have to, sit through it. I don't want to be the guy that complains, right? I'm having such a fun time. I just want to be positive about it. You know what I mean? All right, so we'll take this. And we're going to have you go pick up cargo wagons. Yep. And I really don't care exactly what they're going to be. I guess they're going to be waste bins. Yeah. So not cargo wagons specifically. That's too broad. What I'd rather you pick up are... Well, it's the waste hoppers, wherever those are. Here he is. Here he is. Yeah, here it is. EAS waste. 37 tons of waste. Is that the right one? Or is there another one? I thought there were two choices, but ES waste. All right, so 18 and 17. Okay, so this is the big one. So we want that specifically. I want you to pick that up. EAS waste. It's in the game. Okay. And then we want you to bring it... EAS, EA Sports. Yeah, you got it. I know some of you understood that. All right, let's go ahead and do that. All right, so that train's going to go get waste bins. Now, of course, I have to buy them, so we'll come over to vehicles. Let's grab the cargo wagons, find the EAS waste. Here they are. And we'll buy, let's see, 20. So it's 14 meters long. So let's buy... 14 meters times 10, 140. The length of the train is 14. That puts me at 154. So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 wagons for my little train to go get and bring back to our home. Bring back home so that we can have more waste trains. And then that waste train, I think what I'm going to have that waste train do is we just transport it we transport to the border instead. I mean, that's what I got to do. I don't know what else to do. I got to get it out of here, and the border can handle it. It's just an extra train doing it, which might be desperately needed here. At least these things can keep operating because they have, even though they got full bins, they're not full on the construction waste anymore. And this thing's all buried in here. Yeah, but we have this still. And then you have a building, a very rapidly building assortment of mixed waste that needs to be taken care of. Maybe I can get... maybe I can dump it off somewhere else. Can I have them just dump a bunch of mixed waste over here? We can go pick it up with a train later kind of thing. I mean, I don't want to do that, but it's the solution just to get it out of here so we can keep it moving. And then once this is clear, I can send trains over to get something else. I think I'm okay with that for now, at least on a few of these so we can get them moving. It's not a great long-term plan, especially with the railway being so expensive to build this. It's pretty expensive to take this and build this, right? But like I said, I have to build the rail to it too. Nah, it's not worth it. Tell you what, let's build one of these. We'll build a couple of these. They're a little easier to handle, and we'll just have this be just a place to dump waste for a little while, just a very short while. Can I? No, can't build it. There it goes. Man, that's a difference in terrain, isn't it? You really changed that up. I just want that. I mean, yeah, it's fine. We'll build this one. We'll get the helicopters on it. And then we'll just tell this office and maybe one other office to dump their mixed waste here instead of there. And then they'll just fill this up. And it'll just sit there until we're ready to move it over. And when this is empty, then we'll start seeing it moved over, I guess. I don't know what else to do at the moment. It's just a short-term thing, right? Short-term thinking, but I got to do it. Otherwise, like I can't even get this out of the way because there's no place for them to take the mixed waste. They'll move the construction waste and the metal scrap. Oh, speaking of which, these offices need to know where to take that stuff, don't they? The deconstruction office. You guys need to know where to take that stuff, don't you? Where's my deconstruction office? Who's working on this right now? Magnetograd demolition. Where is this? It's a free office. Yeah, so you need to take hazardous waste. Yeah, right. Construction waste here. Did you already do this? I must have already done this. Yeah. I just didn't realize it. Ooh, metal scrap. No, we want to do that here. There you go. And then you're getting your workers from Charlebinsk. You don't have to do that anymore. You can get it from here. And then mixed waste. Yeah. That's the problem, isn't it? Mixed waste. It's always the problem. I could put another one over here, maybe. Just to store it for now, and then we move it over there later. You know? Possibly. It's something I gotta do. It's something I just think it needs done. All right. So we're gonna just place just a random one right here as well, and we'll have Magnetograd go ahead and build that. And just another place for us to dump, you know, mixed waste for a bit, just to keep it out of this system, because I need capacity on this system. Look at them all go. It's like they're going off to war, dude. It's a Vietnam War movie right here. Look at them all. Hold on, we gotta follow them. This is too cool. This is too cool not to follow them. All right, here we go. Ready? Dun 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 dun. They all have different destinations and everything. Very cool. I got another alert about coal, so let me just double check that. This is empty still. How about this one? So this one's fine. All right, so as long as this one's fine, we're good, because this one is going to provide for at least one of these. It just means that this one will, you know, not have as much coal, but I think we're going to recover because, well, one, this one clearly has a growing supply of coal in it. And then, two, it's not the winter time, so we really don't need the heating plants running much at all. The other thing is, like, we're taking so much coal from this that a lot of our processing is getting redirected into here, right? Because these things feed both. They feed both this way and this way. And so since we're taking so much coal from here, yeah, for the Zanoski coal and gravel drop off, which is, you know, not super full yet, but it is what it is. How's traffic? Looking pretty bad over here. Might want to try doing something about that. I really don't know what to do about it, to be honest, because like I've tried several things here. I've tried to make these one-way streets all the way through, and it doesn't really work. They just get piled on one side. I think I need to remove this parking lot. That's what I've been leaning towards, is removing this parking lot. I think that'll fix it, because there's just so many cars coming out right at the intersection. So if I remove this parking lot, maybe if I move it to where, you know, the helicopter could be here and the parking lot could be, you know, back here, maybe off this road where, you know, they're coming in like this. Like, I've been thinking about like how I can tweak this to make this happen. This one's okay, surprisingly, because people come in from the side and they can only go one way, and it's the opposite direction, right? This is a one-way street from here to here. It goes one way this way. So like if they're here, they're not going this way, they're going that way. But the problem is they go this way and then they they just end up in here. So I can try like one-way streets in multiple directions. I could just try having both of these be a single direction and then force them to come down another road. You know, there's a lot of different options I could employ here, and I've been trying to figure it out. I think there's something I could do here. If nothing else, you know, removing this parking lot I think would really help that congestion. And if I move this parking lot to be over here, and it, you know, maybe I could even adjust where the stand for garbage is and have the parking lot here come from this road. There's already some cars here, and it doesn't seem to be an issue because of the traffic situation. But this parking lot, they can walk to a lot of places, right? So it's very busy because they can walk to so many places from here. So it's something I'm looking at. All right. It's I know I said I wouldn't take a whole lot of time in Zernowski, and I don't plan on it, but there are some people out there who have expressed discontent for me forgetting about Zernowski. I'm not forgetting about it, or you know, not paying as much attention to it. You guys like the traffic stuff. I do too. So I'm not gonna forget about it. We're gonna show it, but it's not gonna be a majority of my videos anymore. Is what I was saying. So let's check in on this. Actually, let's see what we're going on here. So this one here is still struggling to give me a proper workers. This one doesn't have any workers on it anymore. So it looks like we got 1,000 work days left on this. Okay, that's not bad. We don't have to despawn the buses after they get this tunnel done. As soon as this tunnel's done, and then this road here, once they get those two things completed, I won't need to worry about despawning buses anymore because they can get out. The reason why this is bad, and the reason why everybody gets stuck here, is because I chose to do, and I could, you know, again, we can change it, but I chose to do 2 one-way streets here next to each other instead of a single road and just making that road one way. And this is the only tunnel entrance where I did that too. So it's like it's just, I don't know, lapse in judgment or something. But oh, helicopters. I've been working on this. Did I not connect this? Did I really not connect you? Uh-oh. How did that happen? Yeah, that's strange. I'm not sure how that happened, but I'm not content. Whoops. I mean, I want you to go this way from here is what I'd love for you to do, but you're not interested. Too sharp of a turn. You son of a bitch. I could probably do this with the one-way roads, but then I'm back to the same problem I had before, right? Or not. Maybe not. I mean, I could, you know, do something like this, and then it comes out, yeah, like that, right? And then we just make sure that everything is one direction. I mean, it's not as elegant as I was looking for, but it does exactly what I wanted it to do, right? But it's the problem, again, is they're going to get in here to build this, and they're not going to be able to turn around. That's the issue with this design. Let me just see if I can play around with the spacing on this. I think I can make this happen. We just have to get it to where there's no snapping, and then it goes something like, I mean, that's fine, right? It's almost, it looks like it's exactly what I just did. Why wouldn't that work before? Just a slight difference in angle, I guess. Just a slight difference in angle. Make sure we have all the road crews doing these things. You can see the traffic is, you know, the system's happening, right? There's helicopters all over the place. We got lots of stuff happening over here. I do have a couple of extra buildings that have been placed. I want to show you that. That's not the focus of this video. We're going to do that probably next video, but we have a couple of extra things here. So on the outside of this hotel, you see this yellow outline. Well, the yellow outline is a basketball, volleyball court combo, right? As well as an outdoor pool, outdoor swimming pool, right? So it's like a nice place to live, and they've got these amenities right beside it, right? So that's going to be great. I'm going to do something over here too. And then across this, I've got some really cool plans, I think, that you have to kind of imagine it from the perspective of a citizen instead of, you know, the bird's eye view of it all. Oh, hello. Are you stuck? You seem stuck. We'll do a little cheating. You seem stuck as well. See, they just don't path well, you know? You gotta babysit them. So much babysitting. And then they'll just be like, I don't know what to do. And I gotta control H them. Get them out of the way. but it is what it is. Back to my train. I should do this first. The train. Where's my train? All right. So waste trains. That is 7 of them. There's 2 more. So go get them. Should be 2 more over there. And it is right. Actually, you know what? Let's see what they got on the used market here. Train sets. Yeah, not the best. Not the best deal. I could get better deals there. Trams. They're okay. They're just too lightweight for me to care. Metro trains are awesome if we can get them really old. This is pretty good, actually. It's pretty old. And it's got some good wear and tear. I think that's a good deal for the steel. I'm going to buy that. And then that's about it for the used stuff. So we'll have to try to take that metro train out of here, too. So there's my waste train. And I just need that waste train to start up here. We're going to have multiple big, long waste trains, unfortunately, moving through my rail network, which is, I mean, they're not breaking the 150 rule, but I need more of them. There's no way around this problem. I need those trains to be in here. So I'm going to have this train have one route and one route only, and that is to take waste from this straight to the border. And that's the only thing this new train is going to do. Until I can get a better solution for it, that's what we'll do. Where are you taking this waste? You're going to the dump, the claw machine railway thing. All right. Tell you what you're doing instead. All right. You want to know what you're doing instead? I'm going to tell you. You're going to the border. You can't, because this one doesn't have it. Well, guess what? It does now. We're going to say that you go to the border instead. From Zernovsky. So after you leave Zernovsky, you take that to the border, and then you don't need to go here anymore after that. So we'll just take this stop away. Customs house, unload all your mixed waste, and then off you go back to the industrial yard from there. All right, so you're going to go to this stop instead. That's where you're taking that waste right now. Where'd that train go? So you should be turning left right here. Off you go. There you go. All right. So extra train now. Taking it to the border. Did you get in there? You did. Okay. So you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This train should be within our parameters. Yep. 141. And then what I want to do with you is, well, I need that window open, don't I? Sure do. I want to take this waste train, copy the route to you, and then I'm going to adjust it from there. So this train here, what is this waypoint? It's to make you take the tunnel. Okay. I like that. We're going to keep that. But we're going to get rid of you, and we're going to get rid of you, and then that's it. That's what you do. All right, go. Okay, a third waste train to come on in here and do the things. Now, the only problem with this, the only risk that we have for this is, and it may not be that big of a deal, but let me see if I can. Yeah, the signals are fine. Okay. I was going to say the risk is that we get a waste train that's sitting right here, and then it ties up traffic here while there's 2 in here. But because the signals are set up, one train will go in here and pick it up. The other train will go in here and pick it up. And then the other one can wait on this track while these 2 are going to exit on this track. So everything is set up perfectly to work with this already. Yeah, okay. That's kind of it. That's my setup for today. So let me let it run while we, get some of this stuff built. This one's almost done. This one over here might build faster just because it's closer. Well, nope. Why? Because this one doesn't have the helicopters in it, and that one over there does. So helicopters are OP, man. I've also had a lot of people ask me about the ports. Like, when are we going to have the ports? When are we going to have the ports? Like, you got to have a reason for the ports first, okay? One reason for the port right now could be to ship garbage out, right? We could use it for garbage. But I don't know how that works for, like, which port to do that with. I assume it's a cargo harbor like this, but I don't have anything connected to this in the plans to process waste. I don't have any waste processing with these connections. So if I was going to do something with waste, it probably would have to be maybe here. And then I could have, you know, waste bins dumping here and then have boats loading waste and then sending waste to the, you know, send waste to the Americans. Maybe I should just export my garbage to the Americans, you know? We could probably try that. That might be a thing. And then if that's the case, I don't want this. So we can just get rid of that. We're not going to do that. You know, let's set that up. Why not? Let's set that up. And maybe our first boats will actually be... I'm not entirely sure how this works. I've never done it with waste before. That's the whole point of playing the game, isn't it? To learn new things. I'm thinking, you know, a small one. I don't think there's enough room for the big one. I could stand corrected here, but I also don't think there will be enough need to send garbage out on a big boat. And there's enough room for it, though. Is this the right harbor for that, though? Vehicles and containers, aggregate load. Maybe I think it's aggregate. Construction waste, metal scrap. Isn't mixed waste just aggregate? It doesn't list mixed waste here, which is what I wanted it to go for. It lists other types of waste, though. Cargo harbor. It doesn't say. You know, it doesn't specifically say mixed waste here. I'm going to assume that it's an aggregate. Because, well... I guess I can't say that, can I? Because it's about what these will hold. If I go over here, I don't see... Like, I guess the dumps are aggregate, right? We could try it. We could try it. Let's try it. All right. Maybe it's in the waste section. Is there like a scrapping facility, incinerator? Well, we could burn things. We could probably set up our incinerator to burn biological waste and bring it over here. Right? Where would I want that, though? Really far away from people. We probably put it over here. And then get it hooked up to the switch. Yeah, we can hook it up to the switch, and then it's instantly part of the whole rest of the network right there. Okay. Hey, you know, let's set up a bio burning incinerator power plant. But again, it's really bad for people, so you got to keep it really far away, and then I also have to be able to bring people to it to work here. So maybe like right at the end over here, this might be the solution. I want to stay out of the way of the highway. This highway continues, by the way. It's going to go I think a tunnel. It'll probably be a tunnel that goes underneath the river and comes up on this side. I mean, I like bridges, but you have to build them really tall to have the biggest boats be able to go underneath them. You have to build them very high. And to where tunnels are just straightforward. Go down like 25 meters and you're good to go. You know, you don't have to worry about it. And I kind of like that. So if I built this here, with the wind moving that direction, I think I'm okay. So I could build this right here, and we could have garbage brought in. The bio waste could be brought in here, right? And then we take our ports right here. There's one high voltage and 3 lower voltage ones. We take the high voltage ones. I don't see a reason to go any higher than 5, right? What's the output for this building? I forget. Incinerator power plant can handle 660 megawatt hours of power, which relates to about, I mean, if it's going to generate maximum, it can go up to 11 watts. So with that timetable. So I guess we'll say, yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just, I mean, I don't see it ever being needed, but let's just do it anyway. Take the 12 and we'll bring it up like this and go like that with it. All right. Right along the edge of this. All right. And then finally we'll take this road and this will eventually get paved and stuff, but for now it's not. And I think probably we'll just have you connect straight up to here. I don't think I'm gonna go across this because again, it's gonna be a bridge later. And then we can probably connect you there too. Get all this stuff connected. And then let's have Magnitograd begin construction on that. So that'll be where we take our bio waste. All the bio waste we sort. That way the bio waste doesn't end up here either, because there's still bio waste getting put in here too. So we want to remove anything that's basically the only thing we want sent in here, honestly, is the burnable stuff. Burnable waste, other waste, etc. And then we just don't even need that because then we'll just burn it over here, right? So I think that's where we want to go. Oh, you know what though? I need a place to put the ash. Yeah, well, now, if we were to do a tunnel, let's think about this. If we're doing a tunnel, the tunnel is going to be kind of underneath this, right? If we're going under the bridge, or if we're going under the water, the tunnel ends up being like that. All right, so if the tunnel does do that, then... Gosh, we almost have enough. There's almost enough room to still have this road go straight over. I think I want that. I'm going to decide that right now. We're going to leave that like that. This tunnel is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About like that. Let's say. Have you go meet up with it like that. All right. And then this road can now go kind of, you know, planning this on the fly. All right. I think it'll work out. So on the edge over here, then we get our burnable stuff, right? And we want all that stuff to just be, I mean, you could just do the claw machine thing, I guess. Right behind it. Oh, the connection points are on that side. Oh. That was an interesting sound. Is that a new sound? It sounded like a shotgun went off. What was that? Wow. I think they changed the sound effects. Get rid of that. We'll have to remake that. Let's put the incineration power plant. Flip it over. Put it on this side, I guess. It's all the same, right? We could actually dip it back a little bit and then put the waste dump could be... I like this, actually. Let's do it like this. About there. Now, that gives me enough room to put like an intake. So they don't have to park in this building specifically. They can do, you know, something like... I don't really think the claw machine's in order because we don't pick it up from here. So we could pick it up from this side, though. I'm learning my lesson on how this stuff can work, right? So we can pick it up with this side. And then this side, we can take it over somewhere else. So we'll say we go about like this with it. I want to get out of the way of the... Let's do the electrical first. I don't want to get in the way of the electrical. All right. We're going to take you right alongside this. And then I still want to put it on that side into here. Is it better to just... I guess it doesn't matter, right? It's underground. Nobody's going to see it. We'll do that. And then because we've got that in place now, we should be able to go ahead and put in our dump with claw. Now, the reason we're using the claw is not just because we are big fans of Jim Carrey, but because we want the trucks to be able to pick up the waste and then take it to other places where it dissipates, right? Where it can go away. And so the pickup process is going to be greatly improved. So over here, right now, they come in here and they pick it up. Ooh, they pick it up here though. That's not bad. This transfer is actually much faster, isn't it? Maybe we should just do this instead of the claw. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I thought I was using a regular dump there, but I guess I'm not. I must have redone that. I'm confident I redid that. I'm confident I did because I know I had that different at first. So we're going to say this instead. Now, if we do it here, the only problem with using this is that the waste does not go away on its own inside the containers. Actually, I think that's the reason to do the other one, is it doesn't go away on its own on containers. If you're putting it inside these bins, it doesn't go away. So if you use this, then it's out in the open and it can still go away. So, I mean, you know, I'm actually going to stick to the original plan. I'm going to go like this instead. So we'll have that. This is where all the ash and stuff will end up right here. And then we want the drop off for this, which is really easy to do. We'll just do a medium dump right here. And this will be the drop off for the biological waste, which may or may not turn into fertilizer just sitting here. But hopefully we have enough workers to combat that risk. We'll put it like this, I think. Like this. Okay, and then we'll have this road go straight like that. You can go there, and then... Well, and then that's it. Maybe a bus stop? Or we could just have a minibus take him directly in. I think we'll just have like two minibuses that are just going through, taking people directly to that spot. I think that's probably better than have a bus stop. Yeah, we're gonna go with that instead. And then this road doesn't exist, so this road here will go away. It won't exist. As soon as I have that tunnel in place, then this road will be unnecessary. But right now, this is the only way to get vehicles over on this side. But that goes away later. I can probably get started on, you know, maybe making this gravel and go all the way out to here with gravel. They can still get to the hazardous waste dump by this road. So we could make this really bumpy gravel road. It's so bad. But I'm going to keep it because now it's like part of the character of the place. You know, we have this terrible looking gravel road. All right. Yeah, and we're still picking this up. Now, I haven't figured out exactly how to go about getting this stuff on a train. I thought I had, but it's all hazardous, right? Like, I want to just take it to the border and dump it, but I can't get the trains here to respond and pick it up from this location while it's connected to this. The stuff has to be overflowing into here in order to get picked up, I think. And so I probably, what I'm saying is I don't think I can actually do it with the distribution office. I think I need an actual train, dedicated train or whatever to make that happen. So I want to try that if I can. And what we'll do is we'll buy another train. And let's buy one that's pretty close to this one. So we'll say 13 meters long. That's pretty good. Only 80 kilometers, though. I don't like that. Yeah, let's buy this one here. And we'll have it be a different color. Let's go with like this. So we'll buy this train. And then we're going to have this train, of course, pick up, you know, the waste bins and stuff as well to do this. And then I want to see if I can just get a regular train that's sole job is parking here, taking hazardous waste to the border. And we're going to end up having a lot of trains sitting at the border with hazardous waste, which isn't great. It's possible we'll get backed up from like the logistics offices and stuff, picking stuff up. And so it might be time now to get our other rail route going in here. So I could do this. And then I think it's this connection here is what I was thinking about. You can have this come out and cross over here. And the original plan was to have it be a four-way intersection here. And I think that's probably an okay plan because I still want to expand this town. I still want to get Cernakova out this way too. And I think having the rail in place first would be an okay thing. Now, do I want to spend the resources right now to make it electrified? Like, no. I think no. Not right now. So we'll say that you go from here and you go over that way. Okay, we'll have it go this way. And then same thing from this location. Yep, you go out like that. And then you'll go straight this direction. Yep, like so. Then what we want is for you to curve around the power pole. So about there would work. Yep. That is real tight to that power pole, isn't it? Man, that is super tight. But it works. It'll do it. All right, and then we end up coming in straight from this side with enough space between the rail and the road to put, you know, some kind of storage or something like that, right? We want to make sure there's enough room to build things later. We don't want it to be super tight right now. And then what ends up happening is you end up going straight into that connection, and you end up going like this. I think I want this further back because there's a chance that really long trains, what I'm hoping is like any really long trains will just go into this one. So that way we don't like tie up this, but we have capacity for really long trains in here anyway. So it's not that big of a deal, I guess. But I'm just going to give it some extra room just so like, just so we have capacity for this length of train. And I think that's okay. All right. So we'll have this rail built. We're going to probably need all the other connections done with it too. So we'll go from here over like so. It's not really far enough back. I want this to look a little better. So we're going to put the chain back a little bit more. There we go. And then let's put this. Yeah, something like that would work better. Like that. I don't think. I always say this and I somehow come up with a reason for it being needed later, but I can't imagine a reason for us to come from this side and go this way. Or vice versa. Like they're just, you know, they're both going to a border connection. So I don't think there's a reason to build anything else from there. So we're going to activate that, and then I'm going to get the signals put in. I guess as they're building this, it's going to tie up the tracks, but we'll at least get signals put in, back here like that. That way, when they do start to build this stuff, it at least doesn't tie them up over here. And then we'll put tracks there too, just so the track builders don't interfere with each other as well. In order to actually build the other side, we're probably gonna need a crossing at some point. Well, no, we won't really need it. They'll just build one side first, and then when they get over here and build this, then they can come all the way over here and start building it from the other direction. So that won't be necessary. All right, good. And then the final thing to do over that on that side is to have my track builders who have tons of electrical components. Always good to see. So they won't be able to get to that side because it's just the opposite direction. But we'll build one side of the track out, and then they'll, like over here, they'll turn around and do it that way. And that hooks up that connection there. So I could have trains go to that way and not completely flood that one. And then this side over here doesn't have a rail connection, so I don't have to worry about that. Eventually, we'll have a rail connection over here. Eventually. It'll happen, and then we'll be able to ship things to the Americans. We'll be able to bring the garbage to the Americans if we want to over here too. But that's not something we're doing yet. I think though, it's not a bad plan to try to get, a port right here and send the garbage that way. I just don't know which port it is because I've never done boats with trash before. So if I did a harbor for aggregate loading, I mean, it lets me do the metal scrap and the construction waste, so I feel like that's good. But at the same time, it doesn't have a factory connection, right? And so that makes me think, no, because I need a factory connection for that, right? And so that leads me to believe that maybe, I mean, there's a connection on this here left for the container harbor. Maybe we just put the garbage in containers. Is that even possible? I don't even know. I've never worked with containers before. 1,400 plus hours in this game, I've never done anything with containers. So it's been a thing where I never needed it. It was always fine. But yeah, I mean, maybe if I just did something like this, it technically connects, right? It's a big one. I don't know why we would need a big one we don't need the rail. We just need a bigger capacity, right? So it's just a way for them to drop it off like this. But I mean, if I did want to incorporate that rail in some way, there's room to do that. Just have to kind of, there's not much room to do that, is there? Not really. I can move this road. This road is unnecessary. Now that we have the highway built out, it's really unnecessary to put this here. So I guess we could get rid of this road right here. And if I did that, then the rail could deviate. We could drop off waste for the boat. I don't know. Let's try it. I don't know if it's a good idea, but let's try it. So we'll say railway claw machine thing is what we'll say. And we can put it... I mean, I'm trying to figure out the perfect spot here, but the terrain is also, it's at a different level, right? There's definitely an incline right here. So it's going to have to be flat as well. I guess it'd be like maybe here. This will probably be okay. I think. It's about whether or not it will still connect with the rail on the other side. So will you still connect? I might want to flip this to put the road on the other side. No, because if I connect it to this one, then it'll be a longer rail. I think this is actually fine. All right, so from here, we want to go, I guess, like this. Oh, you're not gonna let me do that, eh? All right. Oh, I can play that game. That's fine. You got rules. All right, I'll follow them. Right here. See, I'm gonna go right like that. How's that sound? Too sharp? Too sharp? What do you mean too sharp? Too close to the junction, maybe. Yeah. Right there. So we can go something like this instead. And then you come through here. What's the length that appears here? 1, 2, and then out. So that's our 150, right? So we can go a little longer. Ground distance here is over 200 meters. So I should be able to go and do something like this now. Oh, hang on. What are you doing? Hi. Somebody made a comment, and I totally agree with you. Like, the autosave just waits for me to want to do something. And then it's like, okay, time for saving now. Every time I click, it's like it doesn't autosave until you click, is kind of what this game does. Man, I want that to work. Please let that work. Like, okay. I think so. The goal is to get the train to get back on this track. You come on over and then be able to get back here so that the trip for this train, right? The goal here is to have the trip for the train be like this. It just keeps doing this, right? The only other solution is to have it come this way and then work its way around that direction. But that won't work because if you're coming from this side, you can't get in here unless I did it with a tunnel. We could do a tunnel underneath the mountain. I'm not going to do a tunnel under the mountain. It's such a waste of resources to do that. Yeah, so I think this is what we're going to do. So we'll have the track builders build this as well. Right? Where's my track builders? Hello. Let's have you guys build this as well. If you could, please. Yep. And then we'll get this built. And then we have another place to dump our trash. Right? Yet another spot to dump our garbage. And this time, we could let the harbor for containers and vehicles build. Maybe. I have no idea if this works. It's possible that the East Cargo Harbor is the one we have to connect to. Right? That's very possible. This is another open, like these are two open storages. But I don't know. Maybe this won't work. If it doesn't work, then we'll have to let's do the backup plan. Right? The backup plan is another cargo harbor, right? Because we need the factory connections. And so the backup plan would be a cargo harbor right here, which is totally doable still. Right? We do something like that. And then this would just transition to being here instead. Right? Maybe we should just do that anyway. I really don't know. I've never done it. I kind of want to try it, but also if this is for containers, then will it load stuff that's waste anyway? I'm going to try it. I think I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna let go. We're gonna let them build this cargo for the containers. We're gonna let them build that, and we're gonna have helicopters go ahead and start on this stuff, and we'll let them do it. Let's see what happens. I don't know. It's experiment for me. I know a lot of you are, who played this game. You're probably gonna say, nope, that won't work, Charlie. Here's how you have to do it, and that's fine. You can do that if you want to in my comment section. It's engagement is engagement, right? I ain't mad. Let's get rid of this. You know what? No, we don't need to get rid of that because it's not harming anybody. All right, it's just a thing. It's just sitting there. There's no big deal here. All right, if it wants to sit there, we'll let it sit there. All right, and then what we can do is we can load plastic waste in here. I like it. All the plastic waste. If you guys see plastic waste, bring it here. All right, for now, you can bring it here. There you go. If we can sort plastic waste now, we have a place to dump it. It'll go right here. And then when this is built, we can just move it over like we did with the metal scrap. That's fine. We'll tell you guys to do the same thing. Plastic waste goes here. All right. And how about you guys? Over here, plastic waste goes here. All right. Now, where do we get plastic waste? Where's that a thing? Looks like there's some plastic waste happening over here. So we're going to add a couple of bins for plastic waste. Over near the electronics production, that makes sense. Probably over near electrical components production too, I would think. We'd get some, maybe. Yep, plastic waste. We need some metal scrap stuff. We need some plastic waste stuff on that one. Where's my other one? This is a small one, but these aren't built yet. And then more garbage. Over here, I wouldn't think so. There's not any plastic. Nothing plastic is happening over here. Nothing plastic here. Some biological stuff is in here, but kind of whatever, I guess. Mostly construction waste in this area. And then over here, we have plastic waste. We can sort for plastic waste too. Yikes! Holy moly! We got some waste issues here too. Oh boy. Oh boy, plastic waste. Yep, more plastic waste. Couple plastic containers. This is a problem. This is a problem. I am way overdone on my stuff. I need more vehicles. Let me get small ones. Residential is very important not to have these overflowing. I'm gonna get the smaller trucks. These guys. Yeah. Let's get 2 more of these. Let's get 3 more of these. Like they're right next to the people, so let's get 3 more of these. And then we want you. Yes, biological wastes. We're working on that. Did we get that built yet? No, obviously not. But we can. Just so we have a place to put it, right? And then we can, once the stuff builds, we can start burning it. Plastic waste. We're gonna put you over here. And metal scrap has already got its place. Construction waste. Don't know why that would be a thing, but hey, for this office, sure. All right, now we'll have that, and then they're all gone. There's nobody's parked here, so we're clearly understaffed there. Yeah. So how about this? Okay, so you're only that one. This one here's got metal scrap, plastic waste. Let's get a couple of plastic waste bins. Yep, biological stuff can go in here too. Sure. Maybe we don't need that many plastic bins. Okay, so specialized storage, sorting, right, is what we want. Plastic waste here, bio, some metal. We want to sort trash better here. So another metal scrap bin would be okay. Plastic waste is a big thing in this area. So let's do a couple plastics. And there's a little bit of biological, but not really. So we'll leave it like that. And so this is me right now. I am going to start sorting my garbage in this area a little bit better. And if I can do that, maybe we can get it to where this thing isn't constantly full all the time. And we don't have this happening where there's just like a parade of garbage trucks constantly filling this. Maybe, just maybe, we can survive that. Yeah? Where's this traffic jam? What in the actual... How? How? Wait, how? This is impossible. This is not a possibility. My yields are set up correctly. You should not be entering the roundabout. Oh, you guys are terrible. You're just the worst. All my signals are proper here. What the hell is this? Let's get... they're stacked. There's cars on top of cars here. Wow. Okay, hang on. Yeah, no shit. Get out of here. All right, I've cleared up a couple. I need to free up this side somehow. I need these guys to move. They're not moving. You... I don't want to control H anything that has anybody in it, you know? Move, 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 move. See, this should not happen. So they're not obeying the traffic laws that are put in place, and it's costing me dearly right now. That's horrible. They're just ignoring all my traffic laws. Okay, well, that's the thing that's happening. I guess I will start control H-ing a lot of you. Let's get rid of all these cars, and let's get people moving around the roundabout, however that is. Again, you should not be entering unless it's free to do. If there's somebody coming at you, you don't enter. That's how roundabouts work. Dipshits. Uh-huh. Okay, good. I think this is starting to clear up. You silly billies. Nope, you did it again. Why? Why? Why are you stopping? You never stop. This is the problem. They stop here to let these guys in. You should never do that. That is something you never do, and that is why you have the right of way and these guys yield. That is the whole reason for that to exist. And that is why over here, that's why we did the system over here. This is why I made these roundabouts like this. It's like I said, a combination of everything I've learned about traffic in this game. Now that should never be a thing. That prevents it. And I might have to remake this roundabout to go with that strategy, I guess. I may have to, so that they don't have that problem anymore. That's really ridiculous. This should never happen. All of you guys, all of you idiots, should have taken the tunnel. Nobody's taken the damn tunnel. It's the shortest path, but you don't do it. I don't get it. Look, you, take the tunnel. There you go. See, some of them take the tunnel. Not nearly enough of them, though. Oh my God. That is good. That's backed up huge. Like, this is going to stall out shopping centers. Are we going to have food for everybody here? Are we going to have food? There's a whole lot of food in there. That's why I like these big warehouses, you know, have a whole bunch in storage for situations like this. So you can, it buys you time. I still don't think this bus stop is a big deal. People told me I should remake this. I still don't think it's a big deal. The real reason for this backup has nothing to do with that bus stop. Everything to do with idiots on this roundabout. And now they're going to move really slow, right? Because they can, I guess. That guy was turning right. Maybe we can... I really wish they would use this to turn right. It's just kind of silly. Let me give him an alternative right turn lane here. We go like this, and then have you turn right. You know? I'll give you another slip lane so that you're not waiting here to turn right. There's no reason to do that. You could have done this, but I understand why you maybe don't want to have that happen. I really don't, but you know, whatever. It's fine. We could also do another way where could have done it. No, it's fine. This right turn lane here is what I wanted. We'll get office number 2 on that. And then again, like, I don't know why that happened, but it's getting cleaned up. They just got to stop. You know, you don't want cars stopping in the roundabout to let people in, especially when I've told you specifically that you yield and you have the right. Like, if you have the right of way, stop stopping. That's how you cause accidents. That's how you cause problems, by stopping in places you shouldn't. Okay? It's not rude. You're not being rude by not letting that person in, okay? You have the right of way. The traffic is designed for you not to let them in. So just keep going. All right, I think, stressful as this is, I think we're getting close to done here, right? The mixed waste bin, right? It's starting to get emptied. Both of these trains are picking it up at the same time. That's always great. Some of them are going to go to the waste processing center in Charlebinsk. Others are going to go to the border. We got track being built. We've got this getting torn down. I need this stuff to get sorted out. It's not happening. I think maybe because my demolition office possibly doesn't have garbage trucks. I don't know. They certainly do. They're just not picking it up. Well, they're doing something. I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something. But they need to pick up the garbage that's in this area. And once they do that, we'll put plastic processing right here. Okay? That'll be the plan. Plastic processing there. As soon as this gets done, it's still not being worked on. I'm not sure why. Can I have you go bring people to this building? What are we waiting for? Concrete? Well, the problem with concrete, as you know, is we don't have it locally sourced. So if the helicopter can't deliver it, apparently it can deliver it over here, but it can't deliver it here. So we're gonna have Charlebinsk 1. We're gonna bring the concrete in here. Make that a high priority. It already is. Okay, so we get people in here to work this. That will allow people to get in here and work this area. And then we'll be able to process the construction waste into gravel. And then we'll have the gravel for the construction offices. They'll start using this source of gravel instead of just this one, which will also reduce how many trains need to head from that side over to here, which should help our supply of gravel on this side because that's basically depleted now. Yeah. So all things are connected. All right. That's this game, man. Everything's connected. I'm having a great time. I know this isn't backed up anymore. There's just people waiting. But it's not super backed up anymore. So that's good. I'm going to leave you guys here. It's been over an hour. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. I think we'll check back in the next video. We'll check back in on the trash situation. We'll get things set up as much as I can. And then by then, I'm hoping, at least by then, that most of these roads are done. So that we can get 361 work days on this. We get most of these roads done so that this can kind of calm down. And then we can start working on, from there, expanding out the way the buildings are going to be. And again, I got a pretty cool plan on how this can sort out and work out. I think it's going to look really cool. Remember, this side is going to be kind of where the tourists are going to hang out. Right? So a lot of our local stuff is happening over here. A lot of the local workers and stuff are over here. A lot of our touristy stuff is going to happen over on this side near the lake. But I've got an interesting, I think, plan for how this works. And it's going to be great. And then once we get that sorted out and done, we can start connecting the rails because this is disrupting a lot of my fuel supply. Not having that rail connected is actually a huge hit to how my fuel is working. It's not completely gone yet, but you know, like, we're gonna start losing the ability to ship fuel around with the train anymore, right? Sending fuel to Zernovsky and stuff. We're gonna start losing that ability pretty soon because it's not going here, and we're not exporting fuel right now either because of that. So I need to get that connected as soon as I can. And these buses, I don't get it, man. Go. You're supposed to be going to the platform. That is your destination, active destination. Go. I need to work on this too, figure out what's going on there. Thanks for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.